Hi guys, it's Nairobi Sisterhood. It's your host Maya,
And Gena.
and we're here to record a podcast on this episode is about unpopular opinions, friendship edition. So how have you been, Gina?
Oh, this week has been a bit of a long one because, adulting can sometimes suck. But I'm good.
It's not me you're telling. The
No.
ghetto-ness,
How are
the ghetto-ness. I've been tired. Yani, I've been tired. Mm-mm. And then, it's those ones for like, is it work that's tiring? Or is it housework that's tiring?
Wow.
Or is it family that's tiring? It's everything.
I
Anyway,
get that.
we love them.
It's okay. We sometimes love to hate people. Or
Being
like you
busy is
hate
a
you
good
hate
thing.
to love them. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. So, start us off with our first point.
Oh, okay. So again, talking about unpopular opinions, friendships edition. My first point would be that friends should not sneak diss you in the name of jokes, in the name of a joke, especially about something you're insecure about. Does that make sense? Like, I shouldn't joke about your insecurities and try to mask it as a haha moment.
I get that. I think the only reason I won't comment is because I have been that friend to my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Not intentionally. I think you don't realize you're being mean. Sometimes it's just in the banter. But then, obviously, if you cross the line, you'll tell your friends' feelings have been hurt while you're doing it, and it's so awkward.
Yes.
Yeah,
I get
so-
that. But like, we banter a lot, and to other people outside, it might seem like, oh my God, how could she say that to Maya? But because I know it's a thing that we are
Yeah.
both comfortable and secure about,
Yeah.
then it's okay. But if it comes to, say, if I'm
Yeah.
secure, if I'm insecure about my face or my facial structure, and then you keep making fun of it or keep joking about it, especially not even in front of people, and
Oh
make
my
it the butt of
God.
the joke.
Now that you said that,
Yeah.
like, that's happened to me before.
Like you are the victim of this.
Yes, like my
What
friend kept on
happened?
saying, I'm actually calling you out through the podcast. You keep
Ooh.
telling me, Ati, oh, something, like she's always making jokes about my weight.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, Ati, something, you're a boy. Like, it's jokes. Obviously, like, it's
Okay,
jokes. You guys
yeah.
were friends. She does not hate me. But, why would you say that?
Does it make you feel
Because I'd never make
bad?
weight jokes about my friends. I mean, I would comment on my friends' weight because my parents have rubbed off on me. Like, you know that your aunties and grandmothers being like, guy, umekonda, umenona,
Oh,
add weight, those
yeah.
things. Like, I have caught myself doing that, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. But in jokes,
Yeah.
you're nibaya.
Yes.
Nibaya.
It is bad.
Unless that person is okay with it.
But then if they're okay with it, it's not an insecurity. But I genuinely don't think that weight issues are things that we should be joking about, because you don't know how this person feels about their weight, even if they're petite or thicker.
Yeah.
Or I think you can compliment someone like you're looking good, but specific topics about weight.
That's a bit weird.
It's
And
a
then,
bit,
I was watching, I don't know what I was watching. And they had this thing where the babe was being told, like, oh, you look amazing, you've lost weight. But she was like anorexic.
Anorexic.
And nimesema
Yeah.
nini hiyo? Jesus, kizungu ilikuja na meli. Oh God. Anorexic.
Yes.
And you're encouraging her to lose weight, but you don't realize that she's losing it in an unhealthy
manner.
way.
Yeah, but now on the
Hectic.
contrary, like when I'm working out, and then people don't comment that working out is working for me.
You feel
I'll
some
be
type of
like,
way.
Excuse me, I've been slaving in the gym.
But that's the thing. Are you
I-
doing it for us, or are you doing it for you?
No, I'm doing it for me for sure, but there's a certain
You want to be assured.
validation and assurance. Exactly, that's it. The assurance that come with your friends, like, hey, it seems like gym is working for you. Keep at it or whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't comment in that manner, I feel like, and especially if I've seen it, like I can look in the mirror and be like, I'm looking damn fine.
But then, babe, it's not about, is it really that? Maybe we can't see it because we are not that conversant with your body. You get what I mean?
Okay.
You've never added weight and people can't see it, but you can see it.
Yeah.
Or you've lost weight and no one can see it but you.
Yes.
Because you are the one who has your body. Like,
Yes.
I don't know how to explain it. Because people won't nyima you compliments.
Okay, especially your friends.
Your friends
the
will
people
never
who you
nyima
hang
you
out with.
compliments. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Your point.
So my point is,
Yes.
and this is, actually I'm gonna be calling out my friends. No, I love you
Call
guys.
them out.
I
Call
love
all
you
of us
guys.
out.
I love you guys. But unpopular opinion for me is, You know, that people are like, it's okay to ghost if you're not feeling mentally, like your mental health is not great. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. Like, my unpopular opinion is I don't think it's okay to ghost your friends for mental health issues.
Ooh,
that's a very unpopular opinion. But the only reason I
have
say this,
opinions about that.
the only reason I say this is it happened to me before, and okay, I get that my friend was going through something, and I would like them to be okay, but I don't want for you to just wake up and ghost. You can always say, I'm not in a position to talk, and I'm not like,
I'm not okay right now. I'm not feeling,
you know, I'm not okay right now, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yes.
So that I don't have to ask, are you okay to like, are you okay? Like, oh, just talk to me. I won't force issues. If you're not ready to talk, I won't force you to talk, because we've all been there. Okay, not all of us. Let me not speak for the world. Not everyone has certain
issues,
problems, but yeah, I don't like it, because then when you come back, you'll expect me to take you back because you had a valid reason. But why should I take you back when you didn't even have the decency to excuse yourself?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Like, I understand what you're saying, but I think I am of a contrary opinion. I think today we're just not on the same page. What's happening?
Yeah,
I think it is okay to ghost your friends when you're not mentally well. I think I also would vote for communicate first, but sometimes even that communication
is difficult.
Sometimes you're not in a position to, even you yourself, you don't understand.
Yeah,
you don't understand how you're feeling for you to express it to someone else. You might understand that you're not okay, but you don't understand why or how, or maybe even you're invalidating yourself. Like, to you, you're not even supposed to be not okay.
Yeah, I get
so
that.
Already there's so much happening on your side that communicating to your friends
is difficult.
It's difficult, and sometimes even an afterthought, because you're already dealing with so much on your plate.
You can't even start thinking about other people.
Like, I love you, but my mind is not there right now.
I've been struggling with that. I get you, because someone has ever expressed it to me and told me, you know what, Maya, it's not about you. I was just not in a place to talk to you, and I wasn't in a place to continue. Like, I was going through a lot, and I was like, okay, fine, I get it. But okay, I struggled to like forgive them when they came back, and I struggled to process that it wasn't about me. And I was like, maybe I wasn't close enough for you. When you say they maybe were not even ready to tell anyone,
I'm
like, okay, but because I'm selfish and I'm such a main character energy kind of person, I was like, maybe I'm not even close to him like that, because he's probably spoken to those people he needs to speak to. Because Najua, if I wasn't in a good mental space, I'd probably tell certain people, but I wouldn't tell all my friends. I have too many people to be telling.
I'm sure you have a lot of friends.
I have a lot of friends. I can't tell everyone. So I think for me, it was just like, hey, I'm not in that.
You're not in that circle.
Inner circle. Me, and for me, that person was in mine.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. But then you don't know. You can't say for sure, for a fact, that he told other people.
That's a thing.
So now you're forming your own assumption.
That's a thing. So now I think the other point is even, it's not always about you.
That is true. It really is not always about you.
Your friend's snacky comment might not be about you. Like,
okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair point.
Her ghosting is not about you.
Yes.
All these things, it's not always about you. Like, remove yourself from the situation.
True.
You're not the be and be all
and end all.
Yeah,
I think that's the
someone's
phrase.
life.
Yes,
for sure. People are going through life, and hata mtu asipokuongelesha, it's not that it's something you did or you're no longer friends. There's so much going on in their life.
Exactly. And 90% of the time, as much as we involve our friends in our lives, for the intricate details, you'll probably find out about them when we meet. And that is when I can share with you fully. But if we haven't met for say like 2 months, and we're just having like text conversations, and we're adults, we're not always on our phones, or rather, me and my friends are not always on our phones.
That's
if you're always on your phone, it's okay.
You're not coming for them?
No.
We're coming for you. Yeah. You need a social media cleanse.
Delete Instagram and TikTok.
We will not disrespect you via your own earphones. Sorry, apologies.
We kid. But so yes, we haven't met for 2 months. I am going through things, and maybe the most you know is that there's something happening, but you don't know what. You don't know to what extent it's affecting me. You don't know how many people it's affecting in my life.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for you to even say that it's about you. Like, just remove yourself from the situation completely.
Yeah.
And then talk about it when everything can be talked about.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So your point?
Oh, my other point. Oh, I wrote notes about this. I think I did a deep research.
She was in her
Like half of
feelings.
this page. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm using a notebook from this lovely page on Instagram called Cute Factory, KE. Follow them on Instagram. Holla at them.
Yes, it's my page.
Yeah, it's my page.
Okay.
It's my. But then she has really cute things. You should definitely check her
Cute
out.
Factory, KE.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Gina.
You're welcome. I'll always plug you.
Yay.
So my other point was even your deepest and closest friends, deepest and closest friendships can be toxic.
Oh Lord.
Are we unpacking?
Not ready. Am I ready?
Are we ready to unpack that?
I'm not ready.
Yeah. So basically I was trying to, like in my research and the notes that I was taking, basically wrote down that seeing someone often or seeing someone daily or weekly or being in constant communication, they're coming to your things, you're going to their things, does not guarantee that that is a healthy friendship. Healthy friend. Actually, that doesn't even guarantee a friendship.
It could be a
all.
codependency.
Yes, but it doesn't even guarantee a friendship at all, because friendship is built on more than just spending time together
And proximity.
It's built it's built on more than just that, because when you think about it, how many people were we talking to in our university that
God.
right now
we don't even talk to?
We don't talk to. We can't even consider them your friend. It's just a former classmate. And at that time, you're spending literally every lunch hour, every break,
every library,
every evening, every library,
your transit home.
Your transit on weekends when you have a party or you're going out.
Go together.
You will, even if you don't intend on being together, you find each other in the same places.
Friendships need so much intention.
Exactly.
It's so annoying. I feel like it's annoying now that we are like done with school. When you're in uni and high school and primary, you can't tell that they need intention because you're always together. Your lives are so in sync.
Yes.
But post uni, you really know you need to call your friends more, text them, make
time to meet. You know, us guys even schedule, like for me and you, we meet because of work and the work we're doing together.
Yeah.
But with the other friends, you live and schedule for the end of March, like 30th of March. And
even
I know,
with
and
us,
this was like in February, 30th of March.
Yeah.
I am meeting
Person
one of my friends.
Wow.
Because if you don't do that, you will get overwhelmed by work, life.
But even us, we need to like
relationships.
set time to talk about things that are not work related, because we're not just, work partners.
Yes, we are also friends. So there are times we will just have conversations about work, and we've not had any person. Even I've not said.
Then we're like,
how was
okay,
your
can
day?
we start the personal one at this point?
After the Zoom meeting, we'll be like, okay.
So now can we start? Can we unpack?
Now we talk about what's happening in our lives.
The tea. The tea.
I have some tea for you.
Yeah, but even close friendships can be toxic. And I think you only realize that once. I don't know, I feel like it's more prominent when you're older than when you're younger. Because right now, there are sometimes my friends say things and I'm like, how are we friends?
How are we ever friends?
How are we friends? Because why are you so entitled and I don't deal with entitled people? Or why are you so not even entitled to my time, entitled to people's money, entitled to people's time, entitled to so many things, even if they're not related to me, when they're talking about other people? I'm like, how are we friends?
How is this how you think and we are friends? How are we ever friends?
Crazy.
It's really crazy.
Hey, that's a mess.
And I think now from that point, if all parties are not, if it's a friend group, all parties, if it's just one-on-one, both parties, if both parties are not working on themselves as individuals, even the friendship itself is not going to be sustainable.
That's true.
Because I will grow to realize that, this was not my boundary before, but it is right now because of these circumstances.
Yeah.
But if this person hasn't grown enough to understand that boundaries can change, adapt to the circumstance, and they're entitled to whatever they had before, then that friendship is toxic.
I get that.
If it remains a friendship.
I get that.
Yeah. Because you'll always be having back and forths about boundaries and respecting them or not, and the person feels like, but you had no problem doing this before, or me seeing you 20 times a week before, and now you do. So is it that you don't want to be my friend anymore?
But enforcing boundaries is hard. Like if we were to really go into it, because you really need to first enforce it with yourself if you're a people pleaser, and then now enforce it with your friends who are not used to you having that boundary. and it not sticking because people keep breaking it and you feeling like it's not worth it.
Yes.
It's a lot.
It is.
There's a lot. There's a lot with boundaries and friendships.
It is a lot. I think that's a whole nother
Another
episode of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your next point?
The next point, I think it's close to the one you've said. Actually, let me because I've mentioned that thing for us having different opinions. It's okay to have friends with different opinions. I know where we are right now. Like, our generation is that generation for, if we don't subscribe to the same things, I'm cutting you off. But I think that it's okay to have friends who have different opinions from you. Because I know your friend can say something and you're like, yeah, why am I friends with this person? So my unpopular opinion is that your friends should be different from you.
Or should be. Should
Okay,
is a big word.
Okay, not should, but you should in your circle at least have friends who are different from your usual, diverse,
yes.
a diverse crowd or a diverse circle.
Yeah.
Because when we left uni, tulipigwa na culture shock. Let me tell you, out in this streets,
life is hard.
you go to the office and your colleagues are saying things and you're like, people who think like this, actually, you have the audacity to speak with that level of misogyny. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, or you have, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be the toxic things, like someone is not pro something, movement you're pro,
yes.
Or maybe, they don't have to be, it's not that in your whole circle, everyone should be a feminist.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't all identify with what you want, what you are. I think it's okay for them to identify, but it's not a must that every person who enters your circle, they can be pro-women, but they don't have to identify the way you identify.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
if you're in the spectrum of the LGBT, not all your friends should be, like, it's not a must.
It's not
like,
a must that
if someone came and they were straight, it's not
a
force.
problem.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, or they had their own reservations because of their religion, because of whatever they believe in.
Yes.
As long as it's not hating, if it's not anti.
It's not like
I can't
hating on them.
Yeah, I can't expect a feminist to be friends with an incel.
Yes.
But I wouldn't, like, you can have a feminist who's friends with someone who's
people who don't identify as feminists but still are
respectful of women.
Are respectful of women and still believe that we should have rights accordingly.
Exactly. Or conservatives and liberals can be friends.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Quite a number of conservative friends.
And it's okay.
Yes.
Like, you shouldn't feel, I don't know, because I know a friend of mine literally cuts off people when they have opinions that are different from her. And I'm like, sis, in Nairobi.
What are these opinions that are different? Because even me, there are some opinions that you will have that will make me cut you off.
But that's the thing. I think we are very quick to cut off people because of different opinions, but you don't realize that the reasons they have the opinions they have is because of how they grew up or whatever they're exposed to, or you know what I mean? I think, I'm not saying first of all, let me clarify. It is not your job to educate the world. Exactly. Kuna vitabu, kuna Google, kuna kila kitu.
Yes.
So if someone has refused to educate themselves, be my guest, cut them off. Me sina hiyo nguvu, by the way. Me, it's not my job to start telling you, I'm explaining to you basic things.
Like the fact that
basic human rights.
Women started voting in the US in 1920.
Basic human rights. Yeah. God forbid.
You don't need to be explained, giving history,
that
a
is
class.
Not my portion.
Yes.
That is not my portion.
Yes.
But I think when I was younger, like when I just joined uni, like I was an extreme liberal.
Oh.
And then I would not give people airtime.
Or not like you
I
even
would
listen.
Like I would give you airtime and then I'd try to educate you and then I'd get bitter. Like it would be one of those things that every conversation we have is a fight for my cause.
Oh, okay.
But right now I'm like, you know what? It's okay for you to want something different from me. It's okay for you to believe that, I don't know, like if Democrats and Republicans can be friends. You know what I mean? Yes. It's not a tea. Oh, you're gonna vote for Trump, I'm cutting you off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because maybe that person is aligned with that party for other reasons to do with the party and not the candidate.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think you're right. I think also me on that front, I need to check myself. Yeah, because I need to check how I cut off people based on their opinions, because for me it's usually valid. Yeah, particularly because by the time I'm cutting you off because of your opinion, it's because either one, you've tried to force your opinion down my throat. Exactly. I will 100% cut you off. Or two, you've disrespected my opinion because of yours. I'm quite liberal, but by my liberality, it's also acceptance of all people, regardless of what they believe in, regardless of their religious opinions, regardless of whatever. I will accept you the way you are, in so long as you are not also disrespectful of my opinions and my what I identify with and my ideologies.
So yeah, I get that. Yeah, but so now, yeah, I get you. So unpopular opinion is have people who are different from you, because you'll be exposed to much more when you interact with a variety of people. Like, you learn things every day.
That's true.
You know, the way, okay, yes, me and Gina have been friends since beginning of uni.
Yes.
And we share such similar opinions. So as much as I learn from her from the experiences that she experiences newly today.
Yes.
Not from the ones for Tene, because we've already had those conversations.
Yes.
Okay, like for example, what if you grew up middle class, upper middle class, or well off,
Yes.
and then you meet, and maybe in your family akuna stories are black tax.
Oh, you've never
meet a partner or a friend who black tax is a thing.
Yes.
You will only understand black tax from that. You'll only understand black tax because of your friend.
Met this person.
Because you met someone who's lived that experience.
Yes.
And obviously your opinions will be different because you're like, that's not my problem.
Like,
si kazi yangu to take care of my family. You know what I mean? Because you've never even been in that position. But when you talk to someone who that is their life, you're like, oh my God.
This is a reality
for someone. And I should be, my point of view shouldn't be people should take care of themselves. See, we're all adults.
Yes.
It should be, oh my God, like people are at a different position than me, and they deserve, I don't know, understanding.
I think grace is the word.
Grace is the word.
I think they deserve grace to live their life how they need to live their life.
Exactly. And I think even for me, let me call myself out. There's a time I spoke to someone and I was like, I don't understand why you should be in debt. That's not a big problem. Like, maybe I shouldn't have documented that. But no, for real.
What?
I think in my head I was like, live within your means. Basically, mine was cutthroat, black and white. And then I spoke to this person and I was like, you don't know people's challenges. And he gave me like an example of like, this is someone who maybe grew up in a poor background, this and this happened to them, maybe their mom needs to go to hospital and they don't have, they couldn't even afford, first of all, insurance, enough to afford to not be in this financial hole that they're currently in.
Yes.
And they needed to borrow.
Yeah.
And that is a reason to be in debt.
Yes. And also, sometimes there is good debt.
And sometimes there's good debt, obviously.
Yes.
No, okay, the good debt I understood.
Yes.
But the one for it's an emergency, blah, 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 I'm like, sujipange. But that is
Like,
privilege.
you should have...
That is privilege talking right there.
Such privilege.
That is privilege talking right there. And the fact that I was exposed to someone who was like, the hell?
How dare you say that?
But obviously, I think you guys get where I'm going with this.
I think in that moment you were not a very good friend to that person.
I was really a dick.
Yeah, that was it.
I was a horrible person. No, but then
now that is when I would have cut you off.
No, but that's the thing. I wasn't even okay. That was a good reason to cut me off. But it wasn't about my friend. Like, this thing wasn't happening to my friend.
Yeah,
it was his friend.
Oh, so me,
I wasn't getting why. I wasn't getting why my friend has to loan his friend money. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I just was like, how is that a you problem?
Okay, that's tough.
So
that's tough. That's really,
I guess
growth
yes,
is imperative.
I am no longer that person.
I am so glad that we
understand
grown
that
past that point.
I'm glad that for real, privilege is a thing, and you need to check yourself, and you'll only realize when you hang out with people who are not of your privilege. Yeah.
Or like they are of a different privilege from, maybe it might be even like higher, like they may be more privileged than you. Because people who are more privileged than me have taught me to have an open mind.
That you can make money.
An abundance mindset.
Ooh, that's another point under this point.
Yeah, so I absolutely love it, because if you're doing better than me, or if you grew up even better and more well off than I did, it teaches me that it's a thing that is possible for my children to grow up with a certain type of lifestyle.
That's true.
And it's okay for them to grow up privileged.
You've heard that thing Just Ivy says, if you hang out with millionaires, you're gonna be the next one at the table. So hang out with people who are different from you.
Absolutely.
Don't always stick with the people who, like, and I know when we were in UD, we used to hang out with each other because, we could afford the same things, we could go to the same gigs, we understood the same money, we had the same money mindset. But as we grow older, I'm like, I want to hang out with people who are making millions, billions, so that I can be part of them.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Hang out with people who are different from you. Because on that table, you'll feel like, yes, you're less than. You'll feel like the least what's the word, least worthy person to be at the table, but then you learn so much from that table that you're at. So yeah, I think you should really have friends who are different from you.
And on that note, I think it's important for other friends to note that it is okay, like if you're a squad, it is okay for friends and those individuals in the squad to have friends other than the squad. It is so okay. And you should have other friends other than those 5 people you hang out with every day.
You should have friends for everything. Like, I don't think your friends should be the same for everything. Like, it's okay to have friends for Dunda.
Yes.
It's okay to have friends for work. It's okay to have friends for career. It's okay to have friends for, of course you can uphold and uplift all your friends the same.
Yeah, for sure.
But they can bring different things to your life.
Let me tell you what I do personally. I have my friendship circle is so, how do I call it? Diverse.
Yeah.
I have people from the tech industry, people in finance, people in law.
Yeah.
No, and also like entrepreneurs and content creators, which means that I'm learning all these things from these people. And I can take them to what I'm learning from the finance guys. I can take to the tech guys. What I'm learning from the tech guys, I can take to even from
then you can be that guy that people know. Like,
exactly.
That guy.
I am that person.
Oh yeah, I need this.
I am that
She's
person.
like, oh, let me send you a page. Or let me tell you this person.
Just give me 5 minutes, I'll get back to you. And I will always get back to you with exactly what you need. I am that person.
So I think you really need to have friends who are different. And this is also tied to another point for, it's not a must mtu akwe best friend yako. I know I'm coming. I love you, my best friend. But it's that I think we need to abolish labels in friendships.
That's true. I
like
think they
best friend, CG, what? You can have a close friend.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just for me because I struggle with like having a primary friend. For me, my friends are close to me. I wouldn't pretend like in our squad, like me, you, B, Gina, sorry, Gina, B, Angie, or whatever. Like all of you know my stories the same. Okay, obviously because we're in the same squad, but even if we weren't, like even my friends who are not in that squad, they know me on a personal level.
Yes.
Because they are my friend. I don't know how to be. You know that people who are like, there's only one person who knows you, kabisa.
Oh,
and then all your other friends know you surface level.
I legitimately feel like that is dangerous.
Me, I don't have that time. So now I start receiving stories.
That is
like sasa nikikwambia I was with person X jana. Nikiongelesha Ngina nianze because Ngina doesn't know person X. I start cutting off the story. I'm like, if I'm seeing person X, I'm seeing person X. If I like person X, I like person X.
And across board with all your friends, you like person X.
Yeah, like what
and
is
it's
all
not
this?
a secret.
What is all this? Yeah. So that's the thing. I'm just like, this best friend thing is not by force.
That's true.
It's not a must, guys. It's really not a must.
I feel like if it doesn't flow naturally into it, and even if it flows, your best friend shouldn't be your one all and all. Like,
because when that friendship ends, and I'm not wishing you mabaya, but you are gonna be devastated.
True.
And there's a level of dependency.
You need multiple. Okay, honestly, I don't think one person could ever give you anything you would need from a friendship.
Everything you need.
Even a partner, even a romantic partner, they would still never give you everything you need.
Because your friends complement the things that your partner does not give you.
Yes.
Right? So
and the other way around.
Yeah. So as your friend, like this best friend, yes, anaweza kupea vitu zingine, but hata kupea kila kitu.
Yes.
So your friends will give you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely.
The difference, diversity is everything.
Diversify.
I think. Yeah.
Open your networks. Meet new people, actually. Meet people you never thought you'd be able to talk to and find out how much, like, there's so much worth and value in the human intellect. Okay, now I'm getting very philosophical.
It's fine.
Sorry,
we're here for it.
I do this sometimes.
We're here for it.
There's so much worth and value in the human intellect from every individual. As much as we may not always agree on ways of life and ideologies, you will offer me something that I probably would never have come across if I didn't talk to you. Like, say for instance, that Boda guy who you never speak to, just ask him, how was your day today? See what he says about, oh, I went here, I went there, I went there, and I went to the garage, and this happened. And now you've learned something about going to the garage. And
that you didn't know
before.
That's true.
Or they start telling you about how, I started a chicken farming business in my shags, and it's actually going really well. I'm planning on leaving the Boda business. Now you know that there's a market for chickens.
Yeah, you have someone to go to for that.
And if you ever needed chickens,
he's your guy.
Exactly. And me nowadays, I try and take everyone's number. I may not always talk to you in the moment because
But,
sometimes
yeah.
we're in a hurry.
Yeah.
I will take your number and we will talk.
Yeah,
Or,
that's nice.
Yeah. But anyway, I feel like we should move on to the next point.
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah, it's a point.
Ooh. No, okay. I think there's one that you said that was too related that I don't think I can say right now.
Okay.
Okay. This other one is nice. Your friends will talk about you behind your back. Guaranteed. They will talk about you behind your back.
Talk to me directly.
Aya.
Talk to me directly.
I know you talk about me behind my back.
Dead. But not like in a bad way.
No,
I think.
exactly.
I don't think it's in a bad way.
Now that's what I'm saying. It's okay for your friends to talk about you behind your back, so long
That
as
is such
one.
an unpopular opinion. What?
Yes,
That is
very unpopular opinion. But one, think about it. Even us, when you're talking,
Yeah.
we will always bring other people into the conversation.
Yeah.
But one, it's always respectful.
I
They
think
will-
sometimes it's even a check-in. It's like, have you spoken to Nani? Is
Yes,
she okay?
yes.
May I feel like she's not. Do you feel like she's okay?
like
then
no,
I'm
we
like,
should
okay,
check
we
on
should
her.
check on her.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Sometimes it's that.
Yeah.
Other times it's just telling a story that involved that other person.
Oh, yeah, there's
And
that.
you're not trying to douche on them. Yes,
It's not always cheating on your friend.
exactly.
Is it okay in whatever you're saying? Is it okay for me to talk like this? Me and you have a disagreement.
Yeah.
Or I feel some type of way about something you did, and it wasn't necessarily an agreement. It wasn't an argument.
Yeah.
It's just a statement you made that I felt was like,
You
why would
felt
you
some
say
type of
that?
way about it.
Is
Yeah.
it okay for me to ask our friend? Do you think she said it in bad faith?
I think it's okay because again, you cannot live in an island.
That's true.
I think
because some
it's
people
okay.
would be like, "Come talk to me directly if you think I've offended you."
I think also that, yes.
I mean, obviously, after I've spoken to my friend, if I've spoken to our friend who knows you well enough, like knows both of us, atakwa like I don't think she'd say something like that out of malice. Probably she didn't mean it in that context. What was the context? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then now I'll get perspective to know that you didn't do it to hurt me.
Yes.
And then if I feel like, if even my friend says, hey, that was out of pocket, then I come and I'm like, okay, you said this and it felt some type of way. Whereas I wouldn't be like, oh, and Valerie also thought it was out of pocket. I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
But I think it's, yeah.
I think, okay, my personal opinion about that is that, you see, now after you've spoken to one of our friends about something I said, regardless of whether they think I said it out of pocket or not, I think still can't tell me that you said
I
this
felt
and
some
this,
type of way.
and I felt some type of way, and see my reaction. If my reaction is whatever our friend thought, you're like, okay, then B was right.
Yeah.
This was just like an off statement or banter or whatever. But then again, if it's defensive, then you
know that something was off.
I think regardless of whether you talk to our friend or not, you should still talk to me. But it's
I
okay
get
to
you.
talk to our friend.
I get you.
Yes.
I get you.
So the other thing about like talking about other people when they're not in the room is that don't cross boundaries in terms of telling their stories.
Oh, there's that.
It's not your
There's
place
that.
to say
It's
something.
not your story to tell.
Say if I have a boyfriend, I tell you about it and I'm not ready to share it with everyone yet.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be there saying,
Oh yeah, by then Nani akona boyfriend.
Exactly.
Not even that. Like if there's a trauma story.
and yeah, that's
If there's a
even
trauma,
worse.
if there's a
That's
trauma
even
story,
worse, yeah.
that unless it's like one of the ones that need support.
Because there's something that happened and we need to go check on.
Because I think if I don't know, one of our friends had a divorce.
Oh yeah.
Of course, we
That
would discuss
one,
it
yes.
before we come see
or
you.
a death in the family.
Or a death in the family.
Yes.
We would discuss it before we come talk to the specific person because we need to be tact. You need
Yes.
tact about
Yeah,
something.
you're like, okay,
if
we're
they're
good
like
to go.
super serious.
Maybe you've been stuck in the house the whole day and they need
Even
to
an
come
assault,
and give you
I think.
food. Yeah.
Even an assault.
Even an assault.
If one of our friends was assaulted, of course, I would be like, okay, I don't know what to say in this moment. Can you give me this idea?
Yeah.
And let's say you know about it. I wouldn't go tell someone who doesn't know about it,
Yes,
obviously.
yes.
But if both our friends know it, like me and you know about maybe Pastor X being assaulted,
Yes.
who's our friend, of course we would be like, okay, so how are you handling this?
it? Yes.
I think that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, msaidiane. If friendship ni ngumu.
True. I feel like the support I've gotten from my friends is the reason why I can sit here today.
I think even if it's like dumping a boyfriend,
If
if your friend is not ready to let go of her man, and you know, like if I know B listens to Ngina, easier than listening to me, because me, I have zero tact. Me, if I don't like your man, I won't like me. I just pretend. Be like, you're still dating that idiot.
Maya is so rude.
Me, I'll be like, so when are you break up with him? But which is so funny because something has happened. Something like that has happened to me, and the same person I used to be like, so when are you break up with him?
It's like, the same person who's
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But think about it. I was like, anyway, I'm cruel. When she did it to me, when she did it, and she was so calm, she was like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I think you really need to just think about it. Think about how you feel. Assess whether this is a relationship worth staying in. And I was like, what are the chances? Like 3 weeks ago, I was telling her to break up with her boo.
Yes.
And apologize. Like, with
your chest. With your chest, you're like, you need to leave that man.
Leave him. Imagine. And I'm just like, anyway, people are different.
But people are so different. I probably would have the same opinion as her, but I would never express it. I would probably not express it like that.
You wouldn't say leave him.
I think I don't say leave him, but neither do I say it's up to you. I think for me, I just say that
this one is not for you.
I don't think this person is for you.
Have you not said that line? Dead.
I have, and I will say it again if I ever need to.
Aki, but it's so cute how your friends support you.
Yes.
Like, even when they know you're wrong.
Yes.
I love how your friends are like, okay,
it's okay.
You love him. Okay. Just stay. We are here for you.
Me, I won't tell you to just stay, but I'd be like, regardless of whether you leave him or not, at the time that the breakup will come, because it probably will, at the time that the breakup will come, I will be there for you.
Me, imagine, I think I'll tell, it depends on the person. Like, for a certain friend, I'll tell her, break up with that boo. But for you, I've been in a situation where I couldn't tell you.
Yes.
And not that I couldn't
you want to
even
talk
tell
about
you.
that? Like, we tell that story.
Okay.
Because it was in the past, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Well over 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So, this was that man I was paying rent for.
Stop. Yeah, I imagine I couldn't tell Gina.
Yeah, so she noticed that he was toxic.
What is going on
for a really long time, and she didn't tell me.
I didn't tell her, and she caught feelings.
And
I think when I told her, but then you weren't ready to hear it. I think for me, I wouldn't tell you something when you're not ready to hear it.
But because who are you to determine I'm not ready to hear it?
Sis, because if you're ready to hear it, you'd not be moving the way you're moving. You would not have paid rent twice. Number 2,
number 3, number 4,
number 3, number 4. And then the thing with Gina is she won't tell you when that thing is happening. So like, tell me why I was being told the rent story 2 years later.
Listen, I've grown as a person. Nowadays, I tell stories
when they're happening.
As they're happening. Okay, I'm trying my best. Not always,
because even the bailing him out story, you've never told me. You told me when it happened, but I was like,
I think I mentioned it casually when it happened, but I didn't get into details.
Exactly.
I didn't say why. I didn't say what happened.
She didn't even say anything. She just said I had to bail him. I say, you dating criminal in my head, obviously, because I was like, wait, who am I to overstep?
So then eventually, as I started, also talk
when you
about
broke up
things.
with him. When you broke up with him, I was like, thank
Finally.
God, I'm so over this nigga.
Yeah,
so over him.
Really, and then I remember being mad at you. I was mad at Maya for like a number of months because
I didn't even know she was mad at me for months. A few days maybe, but months.
No, I told you, like within the period that I told you, like the few days you were feeling, but me inside my heart, I was mad for months.
Who am I to tell you to leave your boo? Me.
You who told me?
Will I keep you warm at night? Huh?
I don't think it's about that. The reason why I was mad is that you sat with this information for like a year or so.
Hey, but how was I supposed to tell you? For it, Gina, were you ready to hear it? That's another question.
I know.
And then Gina is very abrasive sometimes. So may I tell you, and then you start fighting me, and then now we're not friends because person X is a bum.
Okay, I can be
and
very
a criminal.
I completely understand because I can be very abrasive and in your face, especially when I feel passionate about something.
But now you've grown. Like now I'd tell her if she dated someone and I didn't like him. But then that was not the Gina who could have taken
imagine
it.
After having that conversation, I completely understood because I sat down and imagined you telling me
and how you
just
reacted.
Bitch, mind your business.
Language.
Mind the business that pays you.
I said, I'm a baby girl.
Hydrate,
how dare you talk to me like that?
Hydrate and mind your own. That's probably what I would have said.
And not even that, you'd have said that, but that's what I did. I said hydrate and mind my own until he comes to her senses. What?
True, but these things happen. Yeah, okay. We need to take a short break. We're going to be right back with the last few points and our game of the episode. Yeah? Game of the episode, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of episode 3. We were talking about unpopular opinions in friendship, and Maya will wind us off with the last point.
My last point is an unpopular opinion that you can't call dibs on people, and people can date your exes.
People can date your exes.
Your friends can date your exes.
Hell no. Hey.
Because let me start with the one for
wait.
calling dibs.
Let me listen. Yeah.
Let me start with the one for calling dibs. I think if we went out and you met a guy and you had a crush on a guy, but he's not part of our decision that you like him.
Yes.
You get what I mean? And then he likes me.
Okay.
You have no right to be mad at me for him liking me. And if I'm feeling him, of course I'd feel some type of way because you wanted him first.
Yes.
But then, like maybe I'm his type.
Girl, you're toxic.
I'm not toxic. I wouldn't do this to my friends. But I'm just saying, in the event that it happens, I don't think you should cut off your friend for...
No.
Not there, like, because it's happened to people we know. They cut off a friend because of something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you cut off someone for being liked? Maybe she has sex appeal.
I don't think I would cut them off. I just think it would be one of those conversations for, I don't appreciate this. Or like, this makes me feel some type of way. And then we will work around the friendship and see what, even if you go forth and date this person and fall in love with them.
But I'm a hypocrite for saying that because I feel like I've introduced you to someone and I didn't want you to date them.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just like, are you sure about that? And then it made you feel some type of way when things got serious and you're the one who introduced us.
No, but I introduced you guys for fun. I didn't introduce you guys to get serious.
But you already introduced us, which means then after that, we are adults. Things could go any which way. No, you see, is that really your opinion? Is it valid? Because now it sounds like double standards here.
I think it depends on how close you are.
Okay.
And also the level of, even if we're exes, I think it's the type of ex there is. Because the way you have exes who you would be like, you'd feel some type of way if I dated. And then there are exes you could care less about. Like you are not compatible.
Yeah.
So if my friend was compatible with an ex of mine, I'd be like, go forth. He was a really nice guy.
Okay.
He just wasn't for me.
I think
if they fall in love and they are, but then what is that time frame for when it's okay for this person to date your ex?
Because is it 1 year? Is it when this person, like 4 years, 5 years, when this person has even maybe moved to another country, then come back, so they are a completely different person?
Sometimes it's because also maybe the person just dated the wrong friend.
True.
Because that happens.
I think in that case, I get why you would say like date. It's okay to date your exes, but I think you put an asterisk and put caveats because
with reservations.
With reservations because it's not all exes that should be okay with dating your friend.
Even as women, we know that our exes are so different. Like, kuna exes when I could care less about. Kuna exes where I wish you well, I still talk to you. Kuna exes where if he was to date someone else and treat them the way I wanted to be treated, but he didn't treat me, I'd feel some type of way because I want you back. Maybe that was a bit passionate, but you get me.
That's a bit much. Yeah. But for me personally,
mimi kama
Ngina, don't date any of my exes. Not even the ones we were cool with. Not like just boundaries. My boundaries are there.
Plus, it's weird, like when you start talking about
because now
maybe sexual experiences. Because he's been in.
Imagine about how we share, and then now you're talking to me about doing certain things or being in certain situations with someone who I was probably in those same situations with, or other types that are similar.
Would you even trust your friend? Would you trust, like, if I dated your ex? Would you trust? Would I trust you around him?
I don't think you would. I think there would always be like a hanging something.
I think it depends. I really think it depends on the relationship between the person who was the people in the relationship.
You see, now the fact that it depends for me just makes it a lot easier to just be like, this is a boundary and we're not crossing it. But then if it so happens that somehow you have fallen in love with this person,
it's an exception.
Then it's
like the general rule is don't fuck people's exes.
Yeah.
Then exceptions is, maybe you guys weren't that tight. Maybe the ex is a good guy. Maybe not compatible. Okay,
so now we can have exceptions based on circumstances. But generally, on the face of it, if you tell me that, so I was with your ex last night.
Yeah.
Also communicate, because you can't be telling people this as a surprise. You can't be telling me that you're seeing my ex on week month 3 of you guys dating. What is that? Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into.
Oh, our game of the episode. We are playing Would You Rather. Just, I guess, 3 questions each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll start.
No, you
I'll
start.
start,
And
okay.
are we doing that thing where we both answer the would you
Yes,
rather?
definitely.
You caught me off guard in episode 2.
Why doesn't Gina keep wanting me to answer things alone? Anyway, so mine is would you rather know when or how you die?
Oh, I've actually thought about this one. I think I'd rather know how.
You're kidding me.
I don't think I want to know why.
Me, I'd want to know when. Not why, sorry.
Oh, wait.
When or how?
When or how? Maybe, yeah, I don't know when. So that between now and that time, live
You
my
live your
life
best life.
carefree. Yes.
I think I'd do when also.
Yes.
Because how? If I find out how at Inago na gari, every time I cross the road, the anxiety.
True. You'll never be able to leave the house.
And cancer, if I found out I would die of cancer, I'd always want to eat healthy, do all these things.
And
It would
maybe
be
that
bad.
you're dying at cancer at 75 or 85.
You know, you won't live like the.
So you will spend your entire 20s, 30s, 40s. Yeah.
But what
being
if you know
anxious.
when, and then you make your decisions based on that when, and they are bad decisions?
See, I'll still die at that time.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
it's
Because you know, like imagine,
Yeah.
like maybe I wouldn't have gone to law school if I found out when I'm going to die. If I'm going to die at maybe 25.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I really
yeah.
wanted to go to law school, but I
But-
wouldn't do it because
But
why
you
would
see,
I?
if you
I
really
wouldn't be
want to
done
do
by maybe that
something-
age.
But if you really want to do something, then do it regardless of when you're gonna die.
But you don't feel like knowing the when would sabotage your lifestyle?
Not
Like,
okay.
because if I'm going to die by 25, I really don't need to be getting a first class.
I get
You
you.
know what I mean? Like, all these things.
I understand what you're saying, but I think I'm trying to answer it based on who I am right now as a
Yeah.
person. The way I live my life today, I live my life as though I will die tomorrow.
Okay.
So for me, no decisions would have changed. There's nothing that would be different.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you'd tell me, okay, Ngina, you're going to die in 5 years.
Yeah.
And then now I start making my decisions differently because I live my life like it
You
could
die.
end tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
get that. So yours?
Oh, mine. Would you rather meet your soulmate and be together forever or be given $10 million and your story share?
And never meet my soulmate.
Yeah.
$10 million.
Yes.
How much is that in Kenya shillings? I don't even know. That's a lot of money.
It's like 1B,
1 billion.
10, 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 billion. 1 billion Kenyan shillings.
No, 10 million USD. Maybe it would be more. But anyway, I think I would. Oh my God! Imagine the Kikuyu,
Soulmate or money?
the Kikuyu in
This
me
is the love
is
or money
dying.
question.
The Kikuyu is dying in me. My future would be upset. I would choose my soulmate. I'll choose my soulmate because I believe I can make that kind of money.
Aha.
Period,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
We will make it
100.
together, or I
Amen
would
to
make it
that.
alone. Also, see by force.
Yeah,
You don't have
yeah.
to be. I'm the money bag. I'm the money maker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, had you asked me this question in episode 2, the answer would be different than right now.
It would be.
It would be money. I'll take the $10 million.
I mean that $10 million would come in handy right
Yes.
now. Actually, my life. Wait, nimesema soulmate, yeah.
But okay, I'm still not sure. Right now, I'm kind of like
Achagua
soulmates.
pesa.
But no,
Do it for us.
you know what? Money won't leave you. So $10 million. Plus, also the whole concept of soulmates, I'm not sure I believe in.
Yeah.
So $10 million.
Okay, I think the next question for me would be: would you rather circumcised or uncircumcised?
Circumcised or uncircumcised? What? What are we doing?
You know,
with
that's
this?
funny because I was watching a clip that was someone was like circumcised or uncircumcised, and the people were so confused. Like they were like, "Are you talking about my dick? Are you talking about whether I'd circumcised my child?" Like it was a
Oh
lot.
yeah, this is like
Or
circumcised.
as a woman, is it that your preference? It was so
Yes.
funny, so I just thought to put it here.
So what is the question?
Circumcised or uncircumcised?
Like
Chagua
will I
venye utajibu.
circumcise my child? What are you talking about? I need you to ask clearly. Are you not saying it?
Chagua angle yenye unataka.
I will say circumcised anyway. Answer that question. Answer the question.
I'll say circumcised because I don't think I've seen uncircumcised.
You've never seen like with your eyes, even online.
I want me to Google. Like, why would I Google?
You're not curious? I'm genuinely curious.
I feel like I'd be traumatized. I don't know, but maybe we'll find out. Maybe we're here to live a long life. So
We
maybe
will live
we'll
and
see.
learn.
Maybe kutakuwa na difference. But hygiene-wise, obviously, there are many factors. Like, it's as a health question, there are many benefits to circumcision. You can Google it. Google is your friend.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if for me, I wouldn't go that deep. But let's just go with
I'm trying to
circumcised.
save myself. My mom asked me, sent her a clip of my podcast, and I was like, la, 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 la. I just told her, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
And don't die of shock. Just listen to it when you're alone.
I told my parents. I told them that I have a podcast, but I will probably never send them an episode. And if they come across one, I would not recommend that they listen to it. And if they do, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm really sorry. Well, I'm not. But this is the daughter you raised. Kudos to you.
I wouldn't say that to my mom. I love you, Mom.
I still love you. She knows I love her. Would you rather try new positions every time you do it, or never repeat and never repeat any of them, or do it in one position for the rest of your life?
Wow, that's tricky.
Yeah.
That's tricky. I think they try.
Also do a different, but you can't repeat. Even if you found one and then it was like amazing, you can't repeat it.
But there'll be another amazing one.
Okay, fair
Close
enough.
to the ones that you found.
Fair enough.
We're here for the adventure. You
Yes.
never repeat things.
Yes.
I mean, unaenda club mara nyingi. Actually, by the way, we go to clubs a lot.
Who's we?
No, I
We
mean
go.
like human beings go to the same
Oh.
club and they have a different experience every time.
True.
So maybe, no, I don't know. I think I'll just stick to.
The one?
But no, I'm such a comfort person. Maybe the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I've changed my answer.
Fair,
It's the
fair.
one.
Okay. It's okay to change your mind. The many.
Yeah.
The many.
It would be adventurous
Yeah.
at least.
Honestly, I should be thinking about myself when I'm asking these questions, because when I was figuring them out, I never thought that I would be the one answering.
Yeah.
I don't learn anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
What's your next one?
my last one is: would you rather lose your five senses, like sight, taste, hearing, smell, and touch, or lose your ability to have any emotion?
I'm such an emotional person.
That's the thing. It was a
Oh
good
my
question. I thought about it
God.
and I was like, oh yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my God. I love to feel, and I feel a lot. So I'm losing all my other senses. But
Yeah.
I can...
It's either you
Well,
lose your five senses or you lose.
what are they? Sight,
There's
touch,
There's to see, to taste, to hear, to smell, to touch.
taste. I like food.
Yeah.
This is so devastating.
I know. I
Making me
thought about it. I
so
was like, I didn't even have
sad.
an answer.
Make me so sad. You know what? What have feelings gotten me?
Heartbreak. Nothing but tears.
Yeah, so in this case, let me remain seeing.
Even me.
Yeah, let me remain having my five senses.
I think for me it was also the same.
Yeah.
My five senses do away with feelings because I thought about it and I was like, that happened for, I don't know, not narcissists, but
Sociopath.
Sociopaths.
Yes.
No, psychopaths.
I think it's sociopath. Anyway, whichever.
Those
Yeah.
ones, because they can do all the senses, but
Yes.
they don't have any emotions.
Yes.
But I think you can learn
But
emotion.
no, I think what they do is that they're smart enough to know how to convey an emotion. So they fake the emotions. They know what you want to see and
So
hear
I'll be
from
faking.
them.
Anyway, it's
It
okay.
is what it
It is what it is. But yeah, let me
Yeah.
keep the rest. Yeah, because what is life without those senses?
Yeah.
What is life?
Yeah.
I can't even touch my partner and feel them. I can't
And
smell them.
meets the taste, because food for me is a big deal.
What? No. Anyway,
I know the last one is, would you rather, because this was a friendship episode, would you rather lose all your friends and keep your bestie, or lose your bestie and keep all your other friends?
You want to set me up?
Yes.
You're such a wicked human being.
Do what you must. I'm here, beat me.
Saying after saying that point for we should have different friends, I'll say keep my friends and lose my bestie. Because I think there's power in numbers.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult decision to make.
It is.
Because this is still your person and you still love them very much.
Okay, I love them so much. I love you, bestie. Sorry, it was just a question.
Yeah, so even me. I would
Yeah.
rather keep my friends
And lose like your one.
the one bestie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Tough, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are done with the episode. Thank you so much for joining us. You can find us now on YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor, and all other major social media platforms.
That's true.
See you guys on episode 4 and on our socials. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yay.
Bye. Bye.